All right. Hello, everyone. It was meant to start at 8:30 this show, and Dan, I've come in here to start setting it up, and I see all of you guys are in here already. I'm just waiting for Dan to come because he's just going to washing up, but he's already put it at 7:30. So I thought I'd come live because I don't want you to be waiting around. What is going on? Sorry. I thought I'd come live so you ain't just sitting here waiting. How are you guys? Nicky Hawkins here, West Ham Fan TV, as you see. We're going to be talking about Lucas Paquetá tonight. OK Jerseys is the shirt sponsor, of course. Use code Nicky10 for your discount code. Good evening, everyone. Obviously, this is the calling show. This is the calling show. So if you want to get involved, message us either in the chat. Maybe we can post. Can we post the link in the chat?
Yeah.
We can post the link in the chat. And if you want to get involved tonight and have a word about Lucas Paquetá or anything you want to talk about, really, in terms of West Ham, get involved and let us know. So, Dan, what is the subject? Because you picked the subject. What is the subject tonight?
Well, yeah. Well, we're obviously following on from the Paqueta stuff, right? There has been a news update from a Flamengo related journalist that says that Paqueta has told the club that he will not play for the club again until his future is sorted out. So you did a video, I did a video, Jan and I basically, I think me and you were probably in agreement, right? Makes a change on Paqueta. Get the badge in, Nick. Yeah, so I think we're in agreement, but in the comments, like I see quite a few people defending Paqueta. Like a lot of people were saying to me, "Well, can you blame him? The club probably promised him that they'd get all these players in, and look at the state we're in. He's a quality player. Just all these sort of defenses and justifications for him down in tools and refusing to play for the club, like because Sullivan's a crap owner. And I can't see it. I don't get it. I don't get that argument because, what if Jared Bowen just put a transfer request, said, no, I'm not playing him down tools. We'd all forgive that. If any player, like I remember Arnautovic, with all that stuff with him, people were slating Arnautovic. People were slating Payet. And Paqueta is nowhere near as good as those players were for us. He's never been. And the fact that there's certain fans that are bending over backwards to excuse him for saying, when we're at our lowest, when we're in the mess, when we need all hands on deck to say, nah, I'm not playing. Like, it's spitting on the badge, it's spitting on the fans.
Yeah.
And I would like to see someone come in and defend it.
I agree with that. And that is my feelings about this. I don't want anyone at this football club that don't want to play for this football club. That's sure, right? But what you've got to do and what you've got to sort of start to think about is you start letting people do this, right? We are in a relegation battle. How many more are going to do it? You know what I mean? Say,
yeah,
I'm naming names out of the blue here. There's no obviously. But say Fernandez turns around and goes, you know what? Fuck this. I've already gone down with Southampton. He's got his move, right? So I'm just going to fucking stop playing there. Where will we be? You know what I mean? Like you've got to sort of cut it from somewhere. And I see, people. I said yesterday, like a rat abandoning a sinking ship, and I totally agree with that, right? Because it's not just that, Dan, right? This man has been backed by the fans, and this man has been backed by the club. Even the club, the club are fucking shite as it is, right? Shite run, but they backed him during that fucking thing, right? He got himself involved in some dodgy shit, right? And we backed him, and we backed him, and we backed him, right? And he's going off and sulking like a big baby, like the other week when he was fucking arguing against Liverpool. And you see him when against Spurs just before the charges were announced because he thought he was going down. That's what I think it was, right? And it's just like I look at him like that, and I think to myself, but you've put us in this mess. You've put us here. Yeah, you are one of the reasons why we are here, right? You've been part of this squad. To turn around in the middle of it, just as we lose to Nottingham Forest, refuse it, feigning back injury, And I swear down, I saw that with my own eyes. He feigned that back injury. I saw it develop, and I saw the way it fucking happened. He feigned that. That wasn't real, right? He was
I've seen so many times with players in the past where they have a back injury and it's bollocks. Like I remember it happened with Ozil at Arsenal when he was out of favour there, and he's not playing because he's got a back injury. It's such an easy way to get out of things because it's not something like a ligament injury or a muscle pull.
Yeah, it's unprovable. Yeah. Can't prove it. That's why a lot of people claim on fucking dodgy on a dole claim on back injuries because you can't prove it. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
let me. Do you know what? This is an interesting comment, Nick.
Yeah.
And I have to address this. If fans protest, why can't players? Like, because, well, for one, we're not getting paid.
He's getting £150,000 a fucking week.
150 grand a week. He's signed a contract. He's not He's not making a protest against the owners. Let him come out and say the way Sullivan runs this club is a disgrace. Let him come out and slate the owners. He's not doing any of that. He's not doing anything to champion our cause. All he cares about is himself and going back to Brazil. And like Nicky said, leaving this sinking ship. We have got a guest that's ready. We had another guest. Yeah, that's what it is. It's nothing to do with protesting. If he wanted to protest, then he could protest. But
the thing about football fans as well, and I'll say this before the guest comes in. I don't know what the guest is going to say, but before and there's this in every football club, and I'm not blaming the fans or whatever, right? But because he's Brazil's number 10, right? Because he's worth a lot of money, because he's on a lot of big money, because he's one of them players that are sort of fashionable, FIFA fashionable, and all that sort of thing, people will defend him to the hill. He's a fucking rat. I don't care how good he is. I don't want him at this fucking football club anymore, right? But if they can't get the money they fucking want for him, right? For him to turn around and say, I'm not playing for the club anymore, let him rot for the rest of his fucking contract. I would let him rot. I'd let him sit there and rot and say, you have to fucking stay here. And every fucking week to find him 2 weeks' wages.
Yeah. Let's bring Davey in. To be fair, it's not been proven true yet. You're right. But there's been some good sources, and I don't think there's any smoke without fire. And the back injury stuff, it stinks. So we're bringing Dave. How's it going, mate? Hope you're good. Hopefully we had Darren tried to join, but he had technical difficulties, so you've jumped the queue, mate.
Can you hear me? Okay, like.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, mate.
Yeah. First thing I want to ask is, whatever happened to Dom? He used to go to the match. You always used to see him on your fan cams, but don't see him anymore.
He's not allowed to do it anymore. It's a work issue. He's not allowed to be a public figure anymore.
Isn't he? All right, okay.
He does do the podcast from time to time on the other channels because he's behind a paywall, but you won't see him doing fan cams anymore. That's his job.
Oh, all right, okay, fair enough. So I watched a few West Ham games actually recently, and I watched your game against QPR at the weekend. You did look a team devoid of confidence, to be fair. I would probably think that if it was a slightly better team, they might have beat you.
Do you know what?
Because and it's I watched them and there's no belief and I just can't see if you're gonna score. Obviously, you scored a couple of goals in that game, but I'm not sure. Bowen to me doesn't look the same player this season. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the weight of it, maybe thinking that he's got to do everything, maybe because he's probably the one you're relying on the most. I don't really know, but he doesn't seem to be the same. And like you've said before a few times, you don't just need to win one game. You need to win 3 or 4. And maybe if you win one game, maybe you might win 2 or 3, but I just can't see you winning 3 or 4. And then with that being the case, you need the other teams as well not to pick up points either.
Davey, can I just ask you quickly? You're talking like you're not a West Ham fan. Am I detecting Everton there?
No, I'm Liverpool.
Okay.
Wash your mouth out, Nicky. Wash your mouth out.
Sorry.
I know. Now, Nicky, you can call me anything you wanted to under the sun apart from that, mate.
I'm a United fan then.
Oh, I'm definitely not one of them. Imagine being one of them right now.
No, I appreciate the call. We take.
I think your observations are right, though, mate. Like you said, we did score 2 goals. We made bloody hard work of them. Bloody hard work of those 2 goals. And like you said, look, Bowen, you need your best player to be on it. You know, when your best player's not on it, it affects the team. Like you guys with Salah, you've seen it in the past. When your best player's down, it affects the whole team. And obviously Bowen, he's definitely played himself out of a move to you boys. But I don't know. Can you see us getting out of it?
I think it's going to be difficult for you. I do. Because I think with the games you're going to have to win, and then if you look at the table realistically, if Leeds keep going the way they are, because that would be the team you'd hope might be the ones who might slip up, because I think Forest will probably do enough to get out. So you're probably relying on Leeds, and at the moment, Leeds look to have a bit more about them. I think obviously the couple of games you had before when you played Leeds away and he experimented, God, that was such a mistake when you think about it.
Yeah,
because that game, he's like, of all the games to test things out, that would be like the last game you would probably think of.
Yeah,
I just think he was a bit mad doing that. And there's one thing I would also say as well is I've had a few arguments with people like Liverpool fans and like different people who've said this. They're like, oh, West Ham deserved this. They had a good manager in Moyes. And I was like, be careful what they wish for and all this. And I'm like, but the thing is, though, it's all right for a few seasons, that. But if you're playing your hard-earned money, you don't want to go the game and have like 2 shots a game and have like 20% possession. You want to see a little bit more. And like, what's wrong with like wanting a little bit more? Do you know what I mean? So when like those people are saying to me, oh, it's disgraceful. They deserve it. It's because they wanted more. They had a decent manager in Moyes. I'm like, well, is it so? Can they not like want to be better? Can they not like want to watch better footy? Like,
yeah. And the thing is, we weren't in when fans were calling for him to go or saying we wanted to change this. We're not like we weren't in Europe. We hadn't just won the Conference League. That was when we'd conceded our record amount of goals. You know, we was conceding 5 to Fulham, 5 to Palace, 6 to Arsenal, 6 to Chelsea. We was conceding goals galore whilst playing defensive football. And it's like, if you're conceding that many goals playing boring defensive football, something's wrong. And I think all this started during Moyes. I'm not saying it's all Moyes' fault. It's obviously the ownership. But I think whoever we had in charge out of the managers we picked, I think this was coming.
But to be fair, David, right? I'm gonna put this to you because you're a Liverpool fan, and obviously you won the league last year. Made some good signings, let a couple of players go, a bit like us, really. Spent a lot of money, and it didn't quite go the way you wanted it to go. And you started the season great, you was flying, and then all of a sudden, the results started to one after the other. You started to lose games. You couldn't win a game for fuck all, could you? At one point, and then you get that result, and then the result starts to build and build and build, and you're still not back to where you were. I saw that. It's a Bosley thing against Barnsley the other day. I thought, fucking madness, to be honest with you. But you're not back to where you were. But it's starting to click into gear. Now, results breed confidence, either way, right? And we are at a point at the moment, West Ham, where that Forest game, we should have won that game. I don't know whether you won it. We should have won that game, right? The Fulham game, we probably should have got a point out of that game. The Wolves game, you dismissed that. That was absolute Wolves all over. And they've got to start, even from the position they was in, they've got a couple of results and they're starting to build a bit of momentum now. So maybe this can be the thing that kicks us up the arse. The only thing I would say is that I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any evidence of it. So there is still a lot of football to play. And I would say that whether it's going to be played the way we want it to be played, I don't know.
David, I just want to, actually, because the topic of the show is Paqueta. And I mean, just see what you think of Lucas Paquetá, apparently refusing to play. I don't know how you would feel if that was in that position. Obviously, the Liverpool fans felt very strongly against Trent, who he didn't refuse to play, but he refused to sign a contract, went on a free to a sort of European rival. And we see that went. But obviously, this is a geezer we supported through the trial that he went and the betting scandal. And now he wants to go back to Flamengo in January, and he's refusing to play apparently until we sort out the deal. I mean, what do you think about that, and how do you think you'd feel if that was a Liverpool player?
Well, I wasn't a fan of Isaac's behaviour when we were after him. Like there's a certain way to go about it, and it's like I just like let's be honest. If Paqueta is like saying I refuse to play, and I said the same about Isaac, it is rat-like behaviour because it's like. West Ham stuck by you. the least you can do is give them the full season and try and keep them up. And then if you want to go in the summer, regardless of whether you stay up or you go down, the West Ham will probably let you go anyway, because they'll think to themselves, yeah, you want to go. You've given us to the end of the season. We tried. You've kept us up fantastic. This is your reward. You can go to get your move now. Because if you play well, you will get a decent move. If you keep West Ham up, teams like, say, Aston Villa or someone will look at you and think, oh, yeah, he'd be worth buying. And I generally think West Ham fans would say, yeah, we're happy for you to go. Thank you for keeping us up. But the way he's acting, it's like he's basically thinking, I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want this to be on my CV that I went down with West Ham. And I think that I don't like the behaviour one bit. And I'd be saying the same thing if it was a Liverpool player. There's a way to go. And I think if he does that, I just think it's poor form, to be honest with you, mate.
No. Yeah. Couldn't agree more, mate. Couldn't agree more. So, well, listen. Hopefully you lads sort yourselves out. I was relying on you to stop Arsenal winning the league this season, but let us down.
Tell me about it.
So hopefully you can pick up for the rest of the season, mate, and go on a run.
No worries, gents. Well, thanks for having me on anyway.
Thank you, David.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, David. Pleasure, mate.
See you later.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
So we've had Darren trying to log in, and I think he's been having some technical difficulties. Every time he logs in, it says device not connected.
I'm going to leave the link in the chat right now. So the link is in the chat. If you want to come in and say something, the link is there right now. Facebook.
I should probably pin it to the top because it's people are gonna come in and in the chat, and then they won't be able to find it.
We've got some comments here. I got one. I've got a couple starred here. If fans protest, why can't players?
Yeah, we read that one, didn't we?
Yeah. Hammerman TV says, I don't think it's Paqueta's fault. Well, I don't see how you can work it out how it's any other person's fault, mate.
I think he wanted to come on.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we've got Connor. Connor's coming in.
All right. Let's go.
Connor, can you point your camera at yourself, mate?
Oh, sorry, pal.
How's it going, mate?
Well, thank you.
How's it going, mate?
What's happening, mate? What's your thoughts on everything?
I believe Paqueta has got to sit and go.
He's got to do what, mate? Say it again. Sorry, I missed that. What did he say?
I don't know. I was waiting for the rest of it. I thought he said Paqueta's got to sit in goal.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of we lost you, mate. If you can come back on, come back on.
I was going to say, that's about teaching. Put him in goal, make him sit in goal, and
that'd be brilliant.
Do you know what some people are saying? Some people are blaming, some people are accusing Sullivan of basically lying, and making it up, basically, saying oh look, Sullivan's leaking it. So I don't know why. I don't know why Sullivan's leaking it. Maybe, yeah. I don't know what the thing is, but that's the theory. I don't know what his motive would be for leaking it.
No.
You know,
who knows with him though? He's a fucking weird old fella, isn't he?
This is it. I'll end up sounding like Simon Jordan. I don't want to defend David Sullivan here, but no, listen, I hate Sullivan, but we can't always excuse players maybe he's leaked it, maybe he's put it out there. Doesn't mean it's not true.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Doesn't make it not true, even if he's leaked it. Obviously, everything he does says you have to take with a pinch of salt. But X has reported it. These Brazilian journos are reporting it. The back injury stuff. You just add things up, Yeah. So
that was a short swear. Everyone liked that one. Stick Paqueta.
I don't know what. I wish I knew what he said. All right, so we've got a couple lined up. Well, let's get Leon in first. How's it going, Leon?
All right, lads. How you doing?
Yeah, you doing all right?
Yeah, not bad. Nick, guess where I'm going again in March? Our favourite place. Yeah, all paid for. Lads, no one said this, but this season he has played in 6 different positions. So it's quite obvious he wanted out, right? Well, I think it was the Brighton game when we played Bowen as a centre forward. He played on the right wing.
Mhm.
He's played all these positions for Brazil as well. No one's got a tune out of him. Let him go. It's very similar to the Payet situation. He wants to go back to Brazil. I've seen on X tonight that Tottenham and Villa have come in for him, and he's rejected them.
Yeah.
He only wants to go back to Brazil. So, out of anything,
There was a lot more money from Tottenham as well.
yeah. So out of anything, let's give him a little bit of credit for that, because it's very similar to the Payet situation. He just wants to go back to Brazil because of what the FA have done. Let him go. Let him go. The problem I've got, Nick and Dan, is what are we going to do with this money? I put out on Twitter today. I can't get my head around this. We're putting a 9 million bid in for Eric Dyer. Well, apparently we're after him, and it's going to cost us 9 million. Why are we doing that when we've got Alvarez who can play exactly the same as him? None of it makes sense. Why would you spend 9 million on a player that we can call back that does exactly the same?
Can we call him back? I don't think we can.
Even if it does, right? It just shows you how bad our contracts are, that we've got to pay to get our own player back. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Listen, I've said this. This is madness. Like, and you think about the Declan Rice money. Where's the Declan Rice money gone? £26 million of it is sitting on the bench doing nothing.
Yeah.
We've got £37 million invested playing for Fenerbahce. We've got £27 million out paying for AC Milan now. I ain't got a penny back for any of them. Not one of them. That's all the Declan Rice money.
I've seen today that Guillermo Rodriguez is going out to Brazil on loan. Why are we loaning all these players out? Why can't we get some money for them?
Yeah, we are crap at selling players, right? We are notoriously, and we got someone like Rodriguez. I feel like I'm hearing all these things about bad apples in the dressing room and things like that. And that's one of the things, like, I said this on my video, on my other channel, is about Paqueta, the idea, because a few people said, well, what are we going to spend it? Is Sullivan going to spend it? Who are we going to buy? And my thought is, I don't care at this point. Get him gone, because if he's upset in the dressing room, if he's being a miserable fucker and bringing everyone down, then he's a detriment. Whether you bring in someone else, having a player that's saying, I don't want to play for your club anymore, is a detriment. And like I said, that does give him some sort of credit that he is going back to Brazil and not to Spurs or Villa. But it's still the fact of he's refusing to play. Like, what we're asking for him is 5 more months, like 5 months to commit to the club. I don't know why they're so desperate not to sell him. If Flamengo offer 40 million, snatch their hand off, because we probably won't get that in the summer. But
what I think's happened, though, Dan, from what Nicky said, and I was at the game as well, ever since that game, something has happened. Because they tried to chuck him in on Tuesday and he was awful again. He clearly don't want to be there. But I've also noticed something on Instagram, that in the summer he was living in a house and now he's in an apartment. So he's clearly wanted to go, but he done it at the beginning of the season, didn't he? That he put that Instagram out that he wants to go. So let him go, because I'd rather have 11 men that want to play for West Ham United. I don't want. It's the same with Payet. If you don't want to be there, I get what you're saying, Nicky. Let him rot, because at the end of the day, if we were sitting mid-table,
I think it's very dangerous to start to allow players to start to dictate when they're going and all that while you're in the middle of a battle, in the middle of a transfer window. I think you let this geezer do this, and
but at the same time, Nick, you're in a relegation battle. You're keeping that bad.
It's one of them ones. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
The thing is, Nick, we've got to get rid of a lot of these players in the summer. None of these are.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about people that we need there playing. Like, who's next?
But I don't think
who's next.
No,
Nick, do you not think that not playing him, because he hasn't done nothing for us? And I'd rather put Matty Fernandes in at 10.
But I will say this: you notice when he's not in the side.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't. Yeah, but if he don't want to play for us, Nick, then you what?
No,
say you have to go in and play.
But again,
he's not going to be in it.
It's a dangerous game to play in the middle of a transfer window, in the middle of a relegation battle, because you let him go, and then other people might go, well, if he's fucking going, I'm going.
Well, then you have to go. Then you have to put your foot down and say, well, look, we want to sell him anyway. The geezer's not good enough. We get 40 million for him. That's business.
Well, I heard today that they've got £70 million to spend, so I would be pushing them for more money.
I've seen a little rumor on Twitter as well that they're trying to chuck in one of their players.
Yeah.
Well, you don't need to be taking players just for the sake of taking them because it's part of a deal. I would say, give us the cash, mate, and we'll find our own players. Thank you very much. Not that I trust them.
It just shows you, though, lads. On Sunday, our defence costs 130 million.
And I've been asking saying the same thing all season, Leon. Honestly,
none of it. I've said, why aren't we pulling back Caden Casey? Apparently, he's coming back as well. Chuck him in, right? Put Myers in at centre half. Why do we keep playing that fucking donut? The last time we went down, lads, do you remember Gary Breen?
Yeah, I do remember. Gary
and he reminds me very similar of him, Kilman. Very, very similar. And we've always, every time we were in a relegation battle, there's always one centre half that's absolutely.
He reminds me of Roger Johnson, if I'm honest.
Oh, he was the City game when he was backpedaling against Yaya. Yeah,
he's still picking up now. Yeah.
Well, let's hope fucking something comes out in our favour. But what we'll do, we'll bring Charlie in now because he's been waiting for a while, and God knows what's going on with Darren. He's trying. Oh, Charlie's fucked off. Just as Charlie, as soon as I said we'll bring in Charlie, he was like, "Oh shit."
I think he smoked the joint or saying in there. I saw him down the bottom there, smoking the joint or saying.
God, so Darren's having some sort of technical difficulty. He can't connect to his devices.
And by the way, where's your shirt tonight?
Eh?
Where's your shirt tonight? You always got a new shirt on.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I had to
write. He didn't realise he'd done the fucking show too early, so he's doing the washing up and he had to run to the camera. That's what happened.
yeah, exactly. I put it for 7:30 instead of 8:30 by mistake. But literally, as I was going to add this geezer in, he's fucked off. But yeah, hopefully this stuff will get a works.
I've got a question then before I go then, lads. Would you say out of these three, who's the worst if you do your 1, 2, 3? Yossi Benayoun, Ayel Berkovic, or Lucas Paquetá?
Worst is Paquetá.
Yeah.
You mean in terms of quality?
Yeah, and assists and goal contributions.
Number 1, Ayel's number 2, Paquetá's number 3.
But them boys were here longer, shorter than what Paquetá was.
Yossi, I loved Yossi. Yossi was class.
Berkovic. Berkovic set up 24 goals that season for Hearts.
Yeah. He was brilliant.
This is what I'm saying. Like Paqueta, he's not that guy. Like he's not this fucking top tier player that thinks he can mug us off and he's too good for us and all this. He's not that guy. He ain't got the output. He ain't this world class player that some of our fans act like he is. And the thing is, it's not a contradiction to be angry that he refuses to play, but also not think he's good enough, because at the end of the day, it's the attitude, right? It's the attitude. It's the spitting on the badge is what he's doing. I don't care if you're Andy Irving, mate. Like, you don't do that. You get your opportunity to pull on that shirt and you fucking take it and you get 150 grand a week.
You cannot live on that. Ask who's the geezer that scored the fucking goal in the World Cup final? Goetze? Goetze? The one that scored for Germany in the World Cup final? What did he fucking do after that? You can't live on that one pass. I mean, let's be fucking fair. Yeah. It was a simple fucking pass. It was a pass that I would have made when I was playing football. You know, it wasn't like he fucking split the defence. He passed the ball through. It was a good pass. Yeah, that's 3 years ago now. He ain't done fuck all since.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He can't be hailed as a fucking god because of an assist. Do you know what I mean? You look at the way people talk about fucking Ben Rama, and he actually scored a penalty, a high pressure penalty, and people don't give him respect. But because Paqueta, they're not even the one that scored the goal, you know. And I said it's not. It was a nice pass. It was a nicely weighted ball, right? But it weren't. Yeah, like
I'm not joking you now, right? I don't know whether you used to go back in the day, Dan. I know Leon did. I used to see Ayel Berkovic doing them every fucking week, 2-3 times a game.
I met Artson recently, and he said he wouldn't have scored them goals without Berkovic.
That geezer used to he could thread the ball through an eye of a needle, mate. And I'm not even fucking joking.
He was phenomenal, and we only paid 2 million for him.
£2 million, yeah.
Yeah. I think like if someone's say you had Andy Irving, right, and we had Andy Irving then, and he played that pass, and we're just gonna be like, fuck, oh no, it's Andy Irving. You know, he's been shit every single game. but he happens to fucking make one pass, and we're gonna fucking sit there and be like, oh, Andy Irving.
Yeah, but no one goes on about Matt Taylor playing the ball for Colton. No one plays the ball for Matty Everton for Bobby Zamora, and without them goals, we wouldn't be in the Prem. Do you know what I mean? And they don't get enough. Do you know what I mean?
Remember that.
It's
We wouldn't have won that trophy.
It's the big signing. It's the big time, Charlie. And unfortunately, football fans will always get drawn to them.
Yeah,
they always get drawn.
But he doesn't live up to his reputation. He doesn't live up to the idea of him that the player that was linked to Man City and like this world class. I've just not seen it consistently. I've not seen him be that guy in the game that's pulling strings, running the show, like that's picking up the team and carrying us on his back like Payet did. Like where you can say, fucking hell, he's carrying the team. He's never been the guy.
When Payet was shit, he was fucking good. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I remember against,
right, and he dribbled the team past the fucking Middlesbrough team and then slotted in the bottom corner. That's what he
stood out a week before he went, Payet, we played Liverpool. We was absolutely awful, and all of a sudden he banged a free kick in. And we got a point from it. Do you know what I mean? But Dan, I've got a question for you. If you ever looked into why Paquetá, AC Milan fucked Paquetá off?
No, I haven't actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll look into that, mate. I'll look into that. But yeah, we'll get James on now. So Leon, mate, good chatting to you again.
Cheers, lads. See you soon.
Thanks for coming on. Enjoy Disney World
again, won't you?
Yeah, I'll get you March. I go. I don't miss a game though. I'll do it. I'll put all my holidays around, so I'll go Orlando. I must be a knob. I'll tell you. All right, see you later, lads.
See you later,
mate.
See you later, bye.
Right, let's get old James E20 Zone TV. How's it going, mate? Good to have you on.
Go with that mic, James, or what? What's going on now?
Well, someone's got to brighten up their fucking life because they'll have shit in a minute, isn't it? Let's be real. How you doing, boys? That's the first thing. Hope everyone's all well out there. We're in a mess, aren't we? Let's be real, and it's a shame.
Been in a mess for a long time.
I don't know, Nicky. I don't know. Like 2.5 years ago, we asked for change, and we asked for Sullivan to trust with that change. And the problem is, he's delivered a load of shit. And let's be real. The Paqueta thing is bad news, but it's bad news because we need to get him out the door because he's causing a problem. Yeah, we've got a lot of issues, mate, and we've only got about 2 weeks to sort them out. If I'm being honest, in this window.
Yeah, I see some of your video on Paqueta stuff. Seems like you sort of feel similar to we do about the idea of him refusing to play for the club, and like right at this time, the worst time to do it, mate. Like, I mean, what do we do? Like, if we get to a situation like, because it seems like the club don't want to sell him. Like, what I'm hearing is the club are like want to keep him, and he's saying he's don't want to play. Like,
I think that's why it's come out. Because he knows that once it comes out, there's no keeping him. This is what happened with Payet.
It could be him that leaked it. People are saying it's Sullivan that leaked it. It could be him to leak. What do you think, James?
Maybe Sullivan doesn't want to spend any more money, mate. That's the real $1 million question. Does he really want to spend any more money? Because he has to get rid of Paqueta, he's going to have to spend some money, isn't he? Because he's got to replace a player. I ain't going to say he's a quality player because he's been inconsistent over the years, and like it is what it is with him, but it's more like Sullivan doesn't want to spend any more money. Right, we need reinforcements urgently. Like, we've got 2 defenders at the club currently right now. One who's got like a injury to his neck. Right, we need a centre half at this club urgently, and the club seems like I don't know what they're trying to do. If I'm honest, I really don't. I can't work it out. I've sat there. I thought, like, what are they trying to achieve here this season? Are they looking at it that we're going down, or are they trying to wait for Nuno to kick into gear before they start to invest again? I don't know. I don't know what it is.
The thing is, like, with the Sullivan thing, about him not spending, I think there's something there with if we sold Paqueta, obviously he's not spending any additional money. He can spend the Paqueta money. The issue is, for him, it's easier for him to keep Paqueta and sell him in the summer than it is him to then go and buy a new guy, give him a brand new contract, right? Potentially could go down. He's got obviously paid the money on that, and then it might not work out. Sullivan is a very risk-averse guy. Do you know, for someone that's made so many mistakes and fucked up so many times, it's like he shits himself on any big decision. And I can see him looking at it and going, "Oh, I don't know if I want to risk buying someone new, even if I'm just reinvesting the Paqueta money." Like, that's who he is. You know, he's so risk averse, but he's just a clown, mate.
It's nothing new though, is it? Like we've known this for years. As supporters of this club, we've known this for years with Sullivan, and trusting Sullivan is like the worst thing you can ever do. Do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, we've got to hope that he signs players now to keep us in the league. Like he signed 2 players. One of them I think's half decent. The other one I'm a bit on the fence with. Like we've signed a geezer for 22 million who was signed in the summer for $250,000. That's like it's mad. Like it's only at West Ham can do that, and we've got a lot of issues at this club, and that's the problem.
I mean, if he's got the quality, then that's what happens with the money. I remember Nelka doing something similar. Nelka was signed for 200 grand by Arsenal, and then he scored a load of goals in one season, and they sold him for fucking 18 million.
I don't think we pay that money for Pablo in the summer. I think that's a desperation. Nuno wants him. Nuno's gagging for these players. Like so, and we're in January, so we ain't got time to fucking barter and negotiate and get the price down. So we've had to it's like say, right, you want 22 mil? There you go. And we've just back to Nuno. And the thing is that I worry is that Nuno, he's so wedded to the same players, whether it was at Forest or whether it was here at West Ham, right? And there's different teams, different players around, but he's like, I want the same players I wanted at Forest. So where is the thought process of, well, right, he's going to come in and this strike will work well with Bowen and he can link up and then Somerville can fit in that way. And then we're going to go and get, this defender that's going to be exactly the gap we need. It's just like these are my targets. Wherever I go, I want these targets. I just want these players. I don't care how they fit in the team. That's my worry with
Nuno. But the issue is here, we are waiting for something. It feels like this club is waiting to do something. Either we're waiting for a sale or someone, or we're waiting to see what we can pick up at the end of the window. The one thing with West Ham with this window, which is pretty good for us, is a lot of players are going to be looking to try and play first team football for the World Cup come the summer, which is going to help us massively. We can get a couple of loans in, domestic loans from clubs like in the league where players might not be playing. They get guaranteed first team football in a bid to get to the World Cup come the summer. But Sullivan's delaying this for some reason. I don't know. I don't understand why. Like we've all known, like all of us know. Right? One thing with West Ham fans, we're not mugs. Like we all know we need a centre half at this club. Do you know what I'm saying? It's pretty fucking obvious. Right? If we could all see it as fans, why can't he see it? And the people who are behind the scenes, it makes no sense.
One clean sheet all season.
I've heard that he's waiting for Igor to be called back, and so that frees up another loan space, right? Now, why the fact you're waiting for him to call him back? I don't think they're gonna fucking call him back, right? Because he obviously fucking, if he can't get over Kilman, he must be as bad as fucking me, right? But why wait for him to call? Phone him up and turn around and go, see this geezer, take him back. He's fucking useless, right? The job that, do you know why? Because they'd have to pay money. That's why.
That's what it is. Yeah. Like it's too easy, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Any normal person would go, right, he's not doing nothing at your club, right? We'll call him back, right? And we'll just pay him up and that's him done. But it's too easy. Like we're in a lot of trouble here, right? And I don't know about you boys, but I think Nuno, he's on borrowed time really with a lot of fans, if I'm being honest. Like I think some people
I can't blame Nuno. Nuno's made some fucking odd decisions, but no odder than the other fucking 3 have made, to be quite honest with you.
But Nicky,
I think that fucking Brentford Leeds is probably that's worse.
Keep on going back to Brentford Leeds, but then you can go back to the beginning of the season when he's playing fucking Wolverhampton.
No, wait a minute. Well, if you let me finish, I was about to say, I think that
seconds out, round 1.
Yeah, here we go. I think the Leeds one is worse than, and listen, I criticize it bad. I think it's worse than playing Souček, Ward-Prowse, and Rodriguez. I think that decision, because I tell you why, because fucking Nuno came in and would have known how fucking awful that was, and then he plays it in Brentford, and then he goes, yeah, let's fucking do it again.
But let me ask Nicky a question here, right? He's had 17 games, Nicky, right? He's won 2. Surely he must have done better than that. Like I understand what you're saying. He's walked into an environment where it's a fucking mess. Don't get me wrong. I
tell me where he picks a solid base from. Bear in mind, he has lost the 2 fullbacks at the AFCON, right? 3 or 4 games ago, right? Tell me, because all good teams start with a good defence, right?
Because they were doing so well, weren't they? With
Tell
them,
me where
mate?
they
They were
are.
winning so many
Tell
games
me
with
where
them.
they are.
One thing I will say, Nicky, is this, he had the 2 games with Leeds and Brentford, and people can use that. But the one that does me, and I always go back to that one, is the Bournemouth away game.
Yeah.
We're 2-0 up. We're in control of the game. They're not doing nothing. We've got a striker who's on form, who's on an hat-trick, and he subs him off. And it's not just them 2 games that I go back to, the Brentford and Leeds. I look at Bournemouth. I look at Brighton away, where we're in control, and he goes sub-crazy. Like, even so much as like the Aston Villa game, right? I know Aston Villa are a good side, don't get me wrong, but we're 2-1 up, we're in control of that one, and then he just goes a bit erratic again with substitutions. He's like,
I understand, but I do think there's a lot of players there letting him down.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that.
It's a both, but for you to say it's because he's lost 2 fullbacks, like I'm saying we were still.
I didn't say that.
Or so that's an excuse.
I didn't say that.
Use it as
It.
You brought it up.
Fullbacks. I said, but tell me where, even with the fullbacks, where he picks a base defence. That's doing 2 centre back. Who's he picked from?
He's got the defence. He's got Nick. He's got the defence.
Don't make the excuse of the fullbacks. I turned around and said the centre backs.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say he has had good games though, Nick? But he's self-destructed himself a little bit. Wouldn't you say that?
And I think the players and all.
And you talk about the centre backs, Nick.
There's this one thing what you can do with managers, right? Sometimes when you're down there, when it rains, it pours, right? That Forest game, we should be winning that Forest game.
Yeah, you can't blame him for the Forest.
We're 2-0 up, right? VAR does us right by the slightest of margins, which I still think is fucking 50-50. That could have gone up, right? And then the penalty and the penalty. And then you lose the game, right? Win that game, you're 1 point behind. And you've got fucking loads of vote. Lose it, you're 7.
Yeah, but we shouldn't be in this position, Nick. Anyway,
but when you're down there, when it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours.
But we're down there because before there, Nick. We're down there because of results before.
Listen to me a minute, because you keep on interrupting what I'm fucking saying.
I know, but you fucking get to the point.
What
just say?
What I'm going to say, mate,
you go around your elbow.
Before you 2 kill each other, I'm just going to say this, right? One thing I'm going to say is that I understand what Nicky's saying, but for me, he has to do a bit better than 2 wins out of 17. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? It's his West Ham United Football Club at the end of the day, and he knew what he was walking into, right? He's improved to Debo to a point, and I do agree with that. Look what he's working with. Some of these players have got to step up, but I think Nuno's done a lot of things, though, mate. Like the James Ward-Prowse sort of exile from the side. I know we didn't want him in the first team, but have him on the bench or something. Do you know what I mean? And even the Callum Wilson thing, as recent, like that's mad. Like to go and get rid of a player that is scoring goals consistently for us, and then you just go and get rid of him, and then you bring in 2 players.
I honestly think it's deeper than the manager.
It is deeper than the manager, mate. 100%.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I think the Wilson thing's a money thing.
Yeah,
I thought it was a money thing. That's why he wasn't playing a lot of the time. And I think the squad is so thin. Let's give him to the end of this transfer window.
Listen, I'm not saying Nuno out, Nick, but he has to take criticism. He has to take heavy blame, right? Not more than Sullivan, and the players have to take their share. But just to address what you're saying about the centre backs who he's got to choose from, there was a game when he randomly just dropped Mavropanos and brought Kilman back in.
I know, mate,
and then he had opportunities to play Mavropanos and Todibo, and he kept putting Kilman back in.
I do think, though, Dan, just to say this, I do feel like he has been ill-advised in them 2 games. You go back and look at that Brentford and Leeds game. Let's all go back to it. It was a Monday night. It was the boycott game. And then the Friday night was the Leeds game, right, in the space of 5 days. I feel like he was ill-advised by his coaches to go with Andy Irving. Like, us as fans know Andy Irving ain't good enough, right? And if his coaches are telling him that Andy Irving is good enough and he's going with the coaches, then that's on the coaches. That ain't on him.
This is the problem with him not having his coaching staff in. But here's the problem, right? And you do excuse it. And I'm saying Nuno's shit, he should never manage, right? The problem is he hasn't got his coaching staff. He's got the team he's got to work with. That's it. Like, so what can we do? He's not going to go and get his coaches.
Let me ask Nick a question. Yeah, I'm going to ask Nick this question. If it comes to the end of the season, Nicky, and Nuno has the opportunity to stay here, and if we're in the Championship, managers in the Championship, would you accept him in the Championship for you?
Yeah.
You would?
Yes.
It's a tricky one with me because I look at him and I think, yes, he's a good manager, but is he good enough like for the situation that we're in? Because we are on a downward spiral at the minute. And
can he down in that Championship before, mate? And he pulled balls like that.
Yeah,
I would. The problem is, Nick. The problem is, if he's not going to get his coaching staff, there's no point. If you don't get the full package, then, and that's what I'm saying. I've said before.
Listen, I think he's getting a little bit too much of the blame. I don't think it's all him. Not by a long shot.
No one said no, but no one said it's all him. No one said that.
A lot of them players have got to hold up their hands. Bowen.
Yeah, no one said they haven't.
I'm not fucking frightened to say it. Bowen needs to hold up his hands. He's the fucking captain in this football club. And for, I'm going to say, we've played 21 games. I'd say 15 of them, he's been fucking shite. And that's when you need people like that to step up. And
he was carrying us at the start of the season, and he just, I don't know what happened.
Oh, but look at him. He was scoring all the goals at the beginning of the season. Where's he gone?
Yeah, but do you know one thing I will say about Bowen is about coming to the defence of Bowen? People will look at Bowen as the captain. Fair enough. We all know he's not captain material, right? He's in there because he's the face of West Ham. He's the one who scored the goal in Prague, etc. Right? That's the reason why he's captain, because there's no one else. But there's people like Crescencio Somerville who gets a pass consistently, right? That was his first decent performance on Sunday in 18 months. Like, it's got to be like.
What? That's outrageous.
I haven't seen. You name me another time where he's had a good performance. Then
Forest
I will wait.
Away.
Forest away. He come on for 9 minutes or 11 minutes.
And score all 3 goals. He played a big part.
No, mate, I'm not buying that.
Villa
from
away.
the start.
Villa away. Potter's first game. Villa away.
45 minutes. 90 minutes, then, please.
Yeah, he got injured, but still, he was.
Nah, mate.
Like, I've said this right. I think Somerville, his end product's the thing that lets him down. I'm opposite. We're opposite on this way. I haven't seen a bad performance. Right, Somerville, it's his output. Like Somerville, I think is one of our key players in terms of what he has in terms of pace, problems he causes defenses, the winning of free kicks. Like he causes problems. The problem is the final product. If he got that, he would be our best player if he had the final products. Like without a fact. The
reason why we are how we are at the minute is because people have relied on Bowen for years, right? We have relied on Bowen for years to sort of pull us out the mire. The issue is, and which you can go back to, is we haven't got the players around him to do that, to make him be the better player that he is. That's the problem.
No one up front.
No one up front. Yeah, I agree.
Sorry, we've got Charlie coming in, Dan. So.
Oh, yeah, we've got Charlie in the house. I think Charlie's back. He better not leave when I try and put him in again this time. Last time, I was like, yeah, right, here we go, bring in Charlie.
He smoked his joint, so.
Oh, don't cross him up. Fucking hell. No, he's not really. He's smoking a roll-up. But yeah, no, he's gone again. Every time we mention him, he fucks off. No, I think you mentioning the joint, Nick. Yeah, that's maybe
it scares him. Yeah,
he might be on parole. I'm sure he's a great law-abiding citizen. This is going downhill fast. But do you just a quick, Jack? Right? Do you see us staying up? Like, do you think we will? Have you got any optimism, or do you think like it's a big hill to climb?
If there's one game that West Ham fans will get behind, is Spurs away. Every single time. And if there's one game that can spin this season around, it's Spurs away. If we go to Spurs away on Saturday and we get a result of some note, right, we have to build from somewhere, right? The pressure's really off us now, really, because like no one's expecting us to stay up. So we should be open like the floodgates and really have a go. It's just whether or not we're going to have the players in here come the end of the January transfer window in order to do that. We've got 3 big games coming up, 2 London derbies and Sunderland at home in the middle of that, right? If we can start building from that, after that, we've got Burnley and Manchester United. Burnley away, Manchester United at home, right? It can be done. Listen, we've all seen it. 2007, we was down and out and we survived, yeah? But then we've also seen 2003 when we went down and we was phenomenal all the way up to the end of that. Do you know what I mean? There will be a fight from West Ham. I can guarantee it. I think everyone will know that because anyone who's witnessed relegation before, we've seen fights in this side all the way to the end. It has to start on Saturday. If we go and beat Spurs, the fan base is up. Nottingham Forest have got Arsenal and they ain't going to beat Arsenal. And then you go from there. Honestly, if you want me to put money on it, I think we're down. I do think we're down. I think we're going to run out of games, run out of time. But it's a shame, mate. It really is. And I was going to say this: get this fucking owner out this club as soon as possible. That's what I'm going to say on that because I think he needs to really severely get out the door because he's stuck us in this situation and this mismanagement from the top. It always has been for years. So yeah,
bloke was taking selfies with his bloody trophy wife, like at half time, smiling and having a jolly old time, while we've just seen one of the shittest performances against a championship team that will probably play next season. Sums it up about him. So we need to keep the pressure on his neck. The protests be resuming. I've been told they're going to be going on now that obviously Billy Bonds passed away at Christmas. So keep the pressure on, I say. And I just like the players, like as defeated as they looked after the Forest game, as down and out as they looked, I want to see a response. Like if you're hurting, if that result hurt you as much as you showed it hurt you, then respond against Spurs and show that you know what that game means. Because the past few games we've played against Spurs, the performance has been pathetic for a London derby against them. So I want to see a proper West Ham performance against Spurs on the weekend. You know, without
What do you reckon? Do you reckon we're down?
I'm leaning to down. Unless we're quite fortunate with an impact player signing that just happens to do it. I think Tatty looks all right. I don't know if he's that guy that's going to have that effect to carry us on his back, and Pablo needs more time. We just need someone with that Lingard effect. We need a Lingard effect.
Yeah. I agree with you, mate. 100%.
That's it. So I still hold a bit of hope, but I'm leaning towards down. Like that's a lot. 7 points. It don't seem like a lot, and something can change. But for us to win and then maybe drop and then win, like when we've won 3 games all season, it's a lot to do. It's not impossible.
What it is, it's more the fact though, Dan, that we're so bad. We've got to go up 1,000%. And it ain't like we've got to go up a little bit. We've got to go up 1,000%, and that's the problem at the end of the day. Can you see West Ham doing it?
Paqueta is the bad apple. You know, I hope that it turns out Paqueta was bringing the team down, and we get rid of him, and all of a sudden, like a black cloud over the players just goes, and all of a sudden they play, and they, you know, I hope that's what it is.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to make this. Thanks, James. Thanks for your call, mate. I appreciate it. I'll make this.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. I'll make this one. The fans have handed out Paqueta all season.
Now, listen, ISTV, listen, Red. You sound like the Moyes, the people the fans of other teams that say we handed Moyes out. West Ham fans have always been critical of players. Every player.
I'm sorry, right? Critical of his performances. Yeah, saying that the man's making 62 games and making 1 assist in 62 games, he's not good enough for Brazil's number 10. He's not handing the man out. He's saying, do fucking better because we know you can do better. That's what it is.
You can't say handed out.
Not handing him out. Again, this is another guy, right, that is one of them ones that will defend him because he's Brazil's number 10. If it was Andy Irving, he wouldn't say a fucking word.
No. To be fair to Irons, he was in my live stream yesterday, and he was critical of Paqueta. But he is one of them ones.
Handed him out. Come on, right? When all that shit come out, it was going to Villa. They were singing "Follow." No one's handed him out. That's nonsense.
It's a fucking stupid song. No, because but the thing is, because it gets used about Moyes, I don't know what it even means to hound someone out. Like if you criticize them, you're handing them out. Like if I say get the fuck out of my club, I think that's handing.
No one's handed him out. No way. No way in a million years. Brazil win close at the end of March. We could be down by the nil still then. Wouldn't be surprised if we went on the 1st of February. Would not be surprised.
Yeah. No, that's it. Like, yeah, it would be. I could easily see it, but then it's like, oh look, we don't have time to replace him. Oh well, like that's it. Like the thing is with Paqueta, you know, I got sucked in at the Forest game when he was doing all of that, and I was like, yeah. And then you get sucked in, and then he goes missing, and then you're like, oh, fucking Paqueta. And then he might do a little something, and then or maybe score a penalty. But I would look at Paqueta, and there's times where I'd say maybe we should drop him. Like players should not be undroppable. It's not a crime to say drop that player because you hope that they have to fight and earn their way back in.
We attacked Kudus last year, Paquetá this season. Now Bowen being attacked as well now too, because they're not been good enough. I'm sorry, but you're not attacking people, right? When their performance levels drop, you're not attacking them. You're telling the truth. You're telling the truth. Kudus was shit. He's been shit this year. He's just been their best player. He's been third this year. That's how good he's been. Paquetá has been shit since the final. Bowen has been shit this season. Because you say they're shit, we're not attacking them. We're telling them the fucking truth. If people are going to sit there and tickle their bollocks, right, they think that's all right. They think
It's
that's
no
okay.
different, right? It's again, this is the same thing that people that have a go at fans who wanted to change from Moyes. You know, like, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, but no one said with Kudus and them, release them out their contracts now, release Bowen. We want better. Like, these players are being paid a lot of fucking money and they should be our best players and they should be carrying us on their backs. So to call that out and to say he's not been good enough isn't hounding him out, isn't saying fucking bin him and let's go with what we have. Like, you have to be able to criticize players. Like, you have to.
That's correct.
You have to be able to say.
And what do we have left? What do you want? You just want the big time Charlies. I'd have 11 fucking Mark Nobles over 11 fucking Kuduses every year, every day of the week. Every day of the week. Do you know what? I'd have 11 fucking Craig Dawsons over 11 Paquetás every day of the week. I don't give a shit whether they're Brazil's number 10. I don't give a shit whether they're Africa's best player. I don't give a shit what they are. I don't give a shit whether they've scored the goal in the final. If your performance level drops, you are in for criticism. And if you are playing badly when we know you're playing well, whose fucking problem's that? Is it my problem or is it their problem? Because it's their problem. Because they want to leave the football. Bowen's a different exception. I think Bowen's been bogged down with a captaincy, right? But them two, they want to go. They want to leave. They don't want to play for this football club. Why do you want to keep them here? Yeah. Why do you want to defend?
Kudus and Paqueta both getting stupid red cards that put us in the shit. Like, both of them at different times, right? Paqueta this season and Bowen last season. But anyway, we've got another caller. I thought it was our very own Ryan when I see the name, but it's another Ryan. How's it going, mate?
Not too bad. How are you yourselves doing?
Good, mate. You?
It's good. Yeah, not bad, mate. How you feeling about everything? What's happening?
Well, gotta say good riddance to Paqueta. I really do. Like Nicky said, I want to see him rot in the reserves, to be honest.
Probably do it. What's your? But I would like to see that.
What's your reasoning for making him rot in the reserves?
Well, it's just the way he's going about it, isn't it?
Yeah. Would you rather that than sell him then to Flamengo like he wants to go? Would you rather?
Yeah, I wouldn't pander to him. I wouldn't pander to what he wants, and it doesn't send the right message to the other players either.
Absolutely. That's spot on. That spot on.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing you can do in it. But the problem is I think if he's refusing to play, like surely we've got to be a way to say, well, you're not getting paid, like dock his wages, like them games that he didn't play in. He needs to be fined, surely. Yeah. Like, would you find a way to fine him, sell him, reserve him?
I mean, personally, I've even seen that apparently didn't turn up to training for 2 days or something. So they do need to find a way to punish him somehow.
Probably in Brazil. I guarantee.
Wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, because apparently he's agreed personal terms with Flamengo. So like. The club ain't accepted a bid. He's talking to Flamengo without our consent, without us going, yeah, you can talk to him, and agreeing personal terms. It's mad.
Yeah, it's bad. It is really bad the way he's going about it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, in terms of the season overall, I mean, how are you feeling about prospects this season? Survival going down? Like, do you think we can stay up?
No, I think that's it. To be honest, I think we're down. It's going to be very, very hard to get out of it. It really is.
And what about Nuno? Like, where do you say? Because obviously with me and Nicky, Nicky makes me sound like a Nuno hater, right? Because I'm not, but because I like Nicky defends him so much, I have to go. Well, let's hang on a bit. Like, we got to give him some stick on this. But where do you fall on the side of the Nuno situation?
I do think Nuno's a good manager, but he has to have his coaching staff around him.
Yeah.
And we're never going to see the best of Nuno with us because we haven't got his coaching staff. We've only got one of his coaching staff, and I think that's the goalkeeping coach.
Yeah. So, and he's a goalkeeper himself anyway, so.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's my thing because, like I said, Nuno, I coming into it, I was like, do you know what? If we go down, it's not good now. Like, I'm willing to stick. But let me just think about it. Like, he's being saddled with our academy coaches as his backroom staff. Like, we're never, like you said, gonna see the best Nuno. So what's the point in having him if we're handicapping him like that? I'd rather try and get someone who can come in and have a full team and be at their best.
Yeah, and let's be honest, it's not the first time that the club have done it, have they? They've brought in other managers and whatnot, and but they don't give them what they want.
That's them all over it, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, that's why I can't feel sorry for managers too much because they keep coming and taking the club's money, the Sullivan's money, and work from knowing what a mess we are, and surely he knew what a shambles that we were.
I don't think so, mate. I
don't. People can't see.
Well done, mate. Good try.
We go. We give him a go. What could he possibly say?
Well, get his dick out for a start. I want to do that.
Don't know what I've walked into here.
Oh my god. We were as a Millwall fan.
If you're gonna try it, mate, don't call yourself Millwall at least. Fuck.
No, but that's why I felt like, do you know what? He's honest. He probably had something. He's a Millwall fan, tried to join. He showed his face though. He's not going to show.
Yeah, he was there. He was there.
He's probably just going to go.
You've got to be concerned about what he's going to say. That's the problem.
He's a Millwall fan trying to join. Jake's got the Darren issue. No devices connected.
Oh God.
Any hope for Spurs? You got any optimism for Spurs? You think we can do it?
I think the fans will definitely be up for it, but it's hard to have hope. It's the hope that kills you, isn't it?
Yes, that's right, mate. It is.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. It's the hope that kills you.
And that's the thing. I think we just gotta. You expect the least, right? If you expect the least, you'll never be disappointed, you know. And
exactly.
If we exceed those expectations, it will feel sweeter. Like when I go into a game thinking we're going to lose and we win, it feels so much better than if I think we're going to win and we win. Like it feels so sweet because it's just you don't expect it, and that's always been the joy of supporting West Ham: is low expectations, high reward when you do.
Graham Tippy says sell him. Tatty can replace him, but it's 10 times over. Play Wilson up top and use the money to sort out defensively, get a winger to rotate Bowen some from competition. Now, Wilson is still at the club, technically. We know he's been released. They're sorting out his contract thing. Maybe if they sell him, mate, they can turn around and go, do you know what, Callum? Just stay for a minute. We might have some, we might have some game time for you, but there we go. Yeah. All right. I think we should start wrapping this up now, Daniel, because I think we're
it's getting late, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get flooded with Millwall fans.
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Listen, Ryan, thank you so much for coming on, mate.
No
Appreciate
problem,
it,
mate.
And hopefully we'll speak to you again at some point. So.
Yeah, thank you, mate.
All the best, mate.
Yeah,
thank
you too.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
There we go. Yeah, what a show. You know what?
I was going to let him in, but then I thought, I don't know what he's going to say. Yeah, I don't know what he's.
What happened to that? Honestly, we've had shout out to Darren who's tried to join loads of times.
Oh, Jake, Jake. Should we get Jake in for one last call? It's got to be quick. It's Millwall. He's the Millwall geezer.
He changed his name.
Yeah, we recognise you, mate. You shouldn't have showed your face the first time.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll let you in for 1 second and you're going to behave yourself. I'll let you in for 1 second. You're going to behave yourself.
My finger's on the trigger. All right. What are you going to say, mate?
No, I'm just saying, yeah. I feel sorry for you. That's all.
No, you don't, Jake.
Really?
Don't lie, Jake.
Really? No, I do. I actually do. It's a shame, man. It's a fucking shame.
Oh, fair enough.
If we don't go up, we fucking see you next year.
I mean, listen. What do you? Do you think you're coming up?
I think we're doing all right. Yeah, I think we're flying at the moment. It's a tough division, though. But that's what I'm saying. If you come down, You got to be ready for it because it's fucking different.
We ain't got the bollocks. Let's be honest with you. We ain't got the bollocks.
Ah, fair enough. I know what you mean. You got too many fucking paycheckers. Just want money. You know what I mean? They've all come for They've all come for the fucking holiday. It's a common. It's like QPR a few years back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we come down or you come up, are you going to go to London Stadium?
Ah, 1,000,000%. Fucking hell, I've been waiting for that for years.
You'll be disappointed.
Yeah, you're not going to.
Oh, yeah, well, I know that. I know. I won't be disappointed when we're outside, though, rolling a bat.
Mate, cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
We'll maybe see you next season.
No, boys, honestly, I agree with what you're saying, but them owners, man, they've got to go. Should have protested when they was moving you out. Can't believe you all believe the dribble they give you. They done it to Birmingham years ago.
Yeah, you're right, mate.
You know what? It's so funny. I've seen a lot of Millwall fans say the same thing. Believe it or not, we get a lot watching, especially when we lose.
I'm in there every week, boys. I'm soya sauce.
Thank you very much.
Oh, are you?
I'm in there every week.
Well, thanks for watching, mate.
Come on, listen. Listen, if the shoe was on the other foot, you'd be doing the same, not?
Of course.
Yeah, listen. Wait, you're going to get another aeroplane if we go down. You're going to get another one of that, yeah? Another aeroplane over London.
Oh, defo. It'd be cheaper this time. And all, at least you ain't in Wigan.
Yes, mate. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Well,
right, well, there you go. Not so bad.
There we go.
Do what happened to Tobes against Dick out.
Yeah. No, well done, mate.
Like I said, you know the thing is, yeah, with Millwall fans, we hate them and that, but there are some. Like, I've met a lot that are actually decent.
Did you hear it, Dan? Did you know this?
10th anniversary of Dan Lawrence's first appearance on West Ham TV post-match Bournemouth win. Bloody hell! Where's my cake? 10-year anniversary. Was it Paul? Was that what it was? I thought it was a bit early. I thought I did a.
Wolves was FA Cup, I'm sure.
No, Wolves is when I met you in person, wasn't it?
Okay.
But I thought there was an ask. No, actually, no, that might have been it. Yeah, this might have been it. This was before before we hit 5K.
I was in the clubhouse watching that.
What?
I think it was earlier than that. I think it was. It might be. I'm due. I'm not. You know.
Yeah. Well, it was maybe the first time on camera. That might have been the first. But I thought there was a video where there was one. It was a post-match pint, and I came in the camera for a little bit, and then I came out.
Yeah.
Testimonial for Dan. Yeah, where's my testimonial?
Fucking let him in. He never got back off. That's the fucking problem. There we go.
Get the testimonial out.
Right, let's wrap this up because that fucking
let's wrap it up.
It's boiling me.
Iron's right. Sympathy from Millwall fans is a new low. I know it's worse than them reveling it, isn't it? When they go, I feel sorry for you.
I know that's when you really know your shit.
That's even worse. Like Millwall fans, pity.
You know what? They might. There are a lot of things Millwall fans, but they're an honest fucking bunch. They'll tell you when it's shit. They'll tell you when it's fucking bad. So there we go.
So, yeah. Well, listen, great show. Thank you to all our callers and attempted callers.
Yeah, thanks for getting involved.
Thank you to all you guys. We'll be back. We're going to keep on top of all the transfer news, all this Paqueta saga. We'll be on top of it. Friday night pint, and Nicky's up at Spurs, and I'll be here with a watch along with Jace on Saturday. So keep tuned in, lads and ladies.
Come on, you are. Okay, Jersey said just fix it. They've had a cyber attack. So have you been trying to finger? It just told me they've just fixed the site. So have you been trying to order jerseys on there? They got the New England one on there, which are which I've just ordered as well. So yeah, they've got all of that on there. I'm going to get 5 of them to give away with Bowen's name on the back. So go and have a look at that. Use code Nicky10 for 10% discount. But thank you very much, guys. One thing left for us to say.
Come on, you irons.